big fight week and yeah, grand arrivals yesterday. How are you feeling? Just a few days away now, Golovkin versus Canelo 3.
I mean, everybody's great. Everybody's in good spirits, and most importantly, Triple G's in good spirits, and that's the most important part about it all.
How do you feel as a trainer of Golovkin on fight week? Do you still get those nerves, considering it's such a big fight, and most importantly, the history between these two in the first two fights?
Only nerves I get is wondering what the judge is gonna look at. That's the only nerves I get. But I'm used to being a part of big fights. My first fighter was at the time he was heavyweight champion of the world. So that was, when I stepped into training, I stepped on the highest level in the sport. So I mean, everything else after that is just routine.
That's a very valid point. What did you score the first two fights out of interest?
I didn't, but I did. I did, but I didn't. And I just don't see how most judges saw Triple G losing 9 rounds. That's amazing to me. You know, I don't understand how you can even a blind cat could see that he won more than he didn't lose 9 rounds. But you know, that's the biggest thing with the sport of boxing with judging. Everybody get to go off their own personal opinion. And if you had a bad Friday and you wake up with an attitude Saturday, then that's how you go judge the fight. With attitude. So that's how I see it.
How do you get Golovkin to perform in a way where he's not gassing himself out because he's trying to get the stoppage, but also he's dominant enough where the judges can see clearly? Because the first fight was clear enough for most people who were watching, but how do you manage this issue?
Man, you can't afford to pay attention to the judges, because now you putting yourself with too many opponents in the ring. So the goal is to focus on your strategy, focus on your opponent, and just outwork your opponent. That's the bottom line. We're just trying to go in and outwork our opponent. And that's the bottom line to be victorious. Just you have to outwork your opponent.
Now, a big talking point, especially from people in and around boxing, is the age of Golovkin. Now, obviously, he's aged since the second fight, of course. Is that going to play a factor, do you believe?
I mean, if the people think so, that means I guess the people's right. I guess it will.
What do you think about the people's opinion, Jonathon?
I don't add no value to it, because it's not valuable to me. You know, the guy's in good spirits. He's a healthy guy. He live a clean lifestyle, and he's performing he's performing better than most young guys. So how can people continue to say age play a factor when he's performing better than a lot of young guys? You know, so I don't pay no attention.
And when Canelo took this fight instead of the BIVOL rematch as well, were you surprised at all? Canelo obviously losing to BIVOL last time out. Were you surprised he dropped back down to super middle to take this trilogy fight?
No, I'm not. There's nothing surprising about it. Nah.
And with that loss being his last fight, how much do you feel that could affect his mentality? His last outing was not a win. That must get to him.
Bottom line is, he's a fighter. And fighters don't live in the past. Fighters live in the future. You know what I'm saying? And he's just looking to get a win. That's it. Just like any other fight, he's looking to get a win. And no matter what happened in this fight, when he fight again, he'll be looking to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got guys that just, certain guys' confidence won't be shook. And I think Canelo's one of those guys. No matter what happened, you're not gonna shake his confidence. He is who he is. And he's gonna be that guy all the time.
How important is legacy to Gennadi with this trilogy in mind, this historic trilogy?
Don't get me wrong, yes, he wants to win. Yes, it'd be a major part of history. But at the end of the day, he's not in the ring thinking about his legacy. He's thinking about getting the win. You know, no matter what a fighter do, he could be happy about his career, and half the public could say, "Oh, you could have did more." You know what I'm saying? So legacy is a matter of public opinion. You know, so as far as he himself, he have to satisfy himself Saturday night. You know, it's not gonna be about nobody else, because no matter what happened on Saturday night, for both fighters, when they go home, they gonna be daddy, they gonna be husband, and they gonna be loved, as if they was already who they were. So that part is not gonna play a factor in the outcome of the fight.
Now, I know you're not going to give your strategy away.
Why
but
not?
How likely?
Why not? Let's give it away. Go
How
ahead.
likely is a knockout?
Huh? Say that
How
again.
likely is a knockout?
Does he need a knockout?
How likely is a knockout from Golovkin?
We got two fighters that never hit the canvas before. So how likely is any one of them to get a knockout? Like, really? I mean, if you really be sensible about this thing, two fighters never hit the canvas. If one fighter go down, it'll be the first time ever. You know what I'm saying? So history tells us 9 times out of 10, this is not gonna end in a knockout. You know, this gonna be a full 12-round battle. It's gonna be a war.
That must worry you, though, the fact that it most likely will go to decision. It has to, just because of the outcome of the first two.
It doesn't worry me because nothing worries me. You have to control what you can control. That's the whole thing. Not even about boxing. It's about life. Control what you can control. Anything you can't control, you just got to suck it up and get over it. You know what I'm saying? So I joke about the judging and all that stuff because I want to put it out there that we noticed what happened and all this other stuff. But is that my concern? No. My concern is the welfare of my fighter. Let's go to work. That's all we trying to do is go to work. If that's why he got a T-shirt saying the people's champ. If you're gonna be a champion for the people, what better championship can you have? Because you know who pays to see you fight? The people, not the judges. The people. You know, so you just if he continue to be the people's champ, let him do it.
Well, I hope the right decision's made. Just want to move on to AJ. Anthony Joshua, of course, over here in the UK, could be fighting Tyson Fury. How likely would you say that fight is, and who do you think would win that all-British fight?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Depends on who's in AJ's corner. My honest opinion, depends on who's in AJ's corner. That's who's training him. That's really what it depends on. That's just my opinion.
So if it's still Robert Garcia, how would you see it going?
No comment.
There's something inside you that wants to say something, I know.
Could be not. But it's best to say no comment. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I got nothing against Garcia. I think he's awesome. My opinion, he's an awesome dude, awesome coach, trainer, whatever. He's awesome. But, you know.
So with that Usyk fight in mind then, and talking about the Fury one, what do you feel like he could have done better from a coach's perspective?
What Joshua could have done better?
Yeah, in the rematch against Usyk not so long ago.
I just think he got a great ability. He got great talent to box, and he never won star boxing. I mean, he showed small signs when he started going to the body, walking forward, and I believe he hurt Usyk because Usyk stopped punching, but he also stopped. So he didn't keep going. So yeah, I just think the man is talented. He's not opening up all the doors inside his talent box. That's my opinion.
So with that being said, I guess, how would you see a Fury versus Joshua heavyweight fight going down?
I think it's gonna be similar to Usyk and Joshua. The only difference is because Fury moved a little bit more, but I think Joshua have more. I think he'll be able to catch Fury more than he'll catch Usyk, because obviously Fury's a lot bigger. He got a lot more to hit than Usyk. Usyk's like a slippery slope. He keep easing out of there, you know. But obviously Fury's a bigger target, so he'll have more of a target to hit at. But Fury, he's just a hell of a boxer, man. So if that's a kryptonite for AJ, then how's he gonna deal with it? I don't know. It just depends on how he deal with a boxer. But I think it'd be a good fight. It'd be a great fight. But AJ is skillful enough to contend with any fighter, you know. But who will win? I have no idea.